It is that time of the month again, not what you're thinking about, that I book an upcoming wrestling pay-per-view. This month, it's SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, I think this month can be absolutely phenomenal. It has some really interesting matches, including Cena Reigns, Bianca Belair, and Sasha 2, among others. It also has some bad matches, like the Raw Triple Threat, which is going to be a good match but had the worst build possible, and Alexa and Eva Marie. That's a SummerSlam match, ladies and gentlemen. That is insulting. That is insulting to this good card. However, don't let that take away from the sheer excitement that I'm feeling for SummerSlam. No matter what happens, it's going to be a blast to see in case they don't make infuriating booking decisions. That is Goldberg winning again. That would be generally the worst thing they can do. And frankly speaking, I really think they won't do anything dumb like that. This being one of their biggest shows in fucking years, I think this is going to be a blast. So with all of that said, this is how I would book. So with all of that said, SummerSlam 2021. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, please be sure to do so at the @NOW_YouTube, because that will help me out a lot. Also, I post a lot of shit in there, not just my own opinions but other people's really fun tweets as well. I retweet them all. Thanks. So we start with the pre-show, and obviously there are going to be two matches on it. The first one is going to be the fucking worst match on the entire card, and it is going to be Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is a SummerSlam card match. Jesus Christ. I would have much liked to see Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. That would have been at least a good wrestling match. But Eva Marie can't wrestle. She really cannot. And in this era of wrestling, where women are just as good of a wrestler as men are, this is dog shit. I can't believe they actually have Eva Marie on SummerSlam. That makes no sense. There are a lot of theories going around that, oh, maybe Lily will turn into someone. I have no idea what's going to happen. So this is how I would do it. Let's turn some spooking bollocks up, for fuck's sake. So the match is happening. Doudrop helps Eva Marie get a lot of the advantage in this match, and it's shit. And towards the end, Alexa gestures to Lily, who turns around, making mechanical or some shit, to Doudrop, and Doudrop gets possessed by Lily. Doudrop distracts Eva Marie, even maybe hits her behind the referee's back, and Alexa capitalizes for the win. Alexa Bliss was so good once, and now she's dog shit. Not in the ring, she's really good in the ring still, but her character's fucking stupid. So that is one of the matches done, and the other is going to be for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and it is going to be between the Usos and the Mysterios. It is going to be a simple match. I don't think there should be any turn. Dominic should not be turning on Ray, especially on the pre-show, so we're not doing that so early. That might happen later. Just have a good match between the two teams, and that will be more than enough. Just replicate what they did in Money in the Bank. That will be just enough for the pre-show. So with that, we are going to start the main show, and it is going to be, of course, for the Raw Tag Team Championship. You want to start with something people really want to see, and it is going to be Omos and AJ versus RK Bro. I think they've really fucked up the booking of this entire thing with Randy being gone for so many weeks. I don't know why they did that. That really should not be a thing. Also, it feels scattered a little bit, but this is still the best thing going on in Monday Night Raw by a fucking margin. Here, it's simple. I don't think there should be too much in this. Omos is a big guy, and there are two guys who are really powerful but really small compared to Omos. So they work together and actually defeat Omos and AJ. Actually, in the end, I would have Randy Orton do the Bro Derek on AJ Styles, while Riddle does a RKO off the top rope on Omos to pick up the win. I think that would be an incredible way to cementify their friendship, with them doing each other's moves and winning the tag title together. Don't break them up yet, stretch it all the way to WrestleMania. Speaking of WrestleMania, have you checked out my WrestleMania 38 card yet? It has been uploaded earlier this week or something, I don't remember, but you should watch it, it's really good. Second match on this card is going to be none other than the US Championship match between Damian Priest and Sheamus. This might be the best in-ring match, if I'm being honest, because I really like Sheamus. Damian Priest is a fucking sweetheart. I really love him, and frankly speaking, I really will enjoy this match. But the build also has been good, which is surprising, because I did not think they'll be able to do a good build. And this does not need to overcomplicate itself. Sheamus and Damian Priest just do a wrestle. They just go ahead and fight each other. They just want to fight each other, and in the end, Damian Priest out wrestles Sheamus to win the US Championship. If he loses this match, this is going to be the worst thing possible. There's no way Damian Priest should lose this match, alright? Damian Priest wins, but that does not make Sheamus look bad at all because it's going to be a banger of a match, similar to Riddle versus Sheamus at WrestleMania. This can lead to Sheamus being in a feud with Drew McIntyre because we never really got to see the end of that feud, did we? So we're 4 matches down, and the 5th one is going to be a big one. It is going to be for the Raw Women's Championship, and it is going to be among Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and the champion Nikki ASH. Last time I was doing this, I was sitting here and saying how Nikki Cross was actually a Money in the Bank holder and how she should have it for a long time. She didn't. So I think they did a massive misstep with having Nikki Cross actually cash in the championship so early. That made no sense whatsoever because her entire character is she's almost a superhero. She's not there yet. She's not qualified enough to be the champion. So she should have worked hard enough and had good feuds and won matches to a point where she thinks she might win and then cash in the entire fucking briefcase and become an actual superstar and a superhero and also a champion. That's what should have happened, but they rushed it and nerfed it beyond recognition. Her character is dog shit now. I really don't like it because she cuts the same promo again and again and again, and Charlotte is being a dick, and Rhea is a joke now, so how does it even matter? Nikki should retain here. They're going to have a good match, obviously, but maybe Ripley and Charlotte start fighting and Nikki takes advantage of it and pins Ripley because they're sure as hell not pinning Charlotte. I think that's what should happen. I really think that's what should happen. But I have a feeling Charlotte might win. But in my opinion, Nikki should win this match and have a feud with Alexa Bliss maybe and drop it to Alexa Bliss. That might be fun. But holy fucking shit, I really don't like this. I think Charlotte might win. God damn it. Switching gears, the 6th match is going to be the big money match, the big men slapping meat and shit like that. It is going to be the beef versus beef. Lashley versus Goldberg for the WWE Championship with a lot of Goldberg's son involved in this. Why? I have no idea. But it's a decent build. That's all I'll say. This is a decent build. And I don't think this match should be taking place in the first phase, but that's another decision. That's another thing. We're not going to talk about that. It doesn't make sense that Goldberg just lost a WWE Championship opportunity like earlier the year and now gets another championship opportunity. That makes no sense. However, here's the thing. This match is going to be good, but it needs to be short and it needs to play to everyone's strength. Goldberg needs to dominate the first half of this match, which is going to be 1.5 minutes. MVP tries to get involved, but Sundberg, the son of Goldberg, hits a spear on MVP. Goldberg says, "I'm proud of you, kid," but turns around to a spear by Lashley, another spear by Lashley, another spear by Lashley, and then Lashley just looks at Goldberg's son, picks up Goldberg while staring at Goldberg's son's eyes, hits a jackhammer, 1, 2, 3, Lashley retains. That is going to be the entire match. This does not need to be anything else. And if Goldberg wins, I'm going to stop watching Raw. I'm slightly kidding. I'm not even really kidding. I might just stop watching Raw. Goldberg does not need to win. He has 2 matches in his contract every year. He just had 2 matches. That should be enough. However, after the match, maybe we should see a Big E cash in. I think we should hold on to that for a little bit longer. But maybe Big E should tease. Never mind, he lost a briefcase earlier this week to Baron Corbin. I really forgot about that. Never fucking mind it. Hopefully he gets it back by SmackDown. I really hope that. Now, maybe the worst match in terms of build of the entire thing. Oh my god, it's going to be... I can't believe I'm saying this. Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal, where Drew McIntyre is allowed to have a sword ringside, while Jinder isn't allowed to have his boys. What the fuck am I saying, dude? Is McIntyre going to stab fucking Jinder? I have no idea. I hope he does. I hope he kills Jinder Mahal and that can play into a fucking angle. But what is going to happen? I just don't care about this match. They could have done so much more with this. 3MB, they have so much history. Just let them play out the entire thing together. But now Jinder has a motorcycle, fucking Drew McIntyre has a sword. Why is this the entire thing the build is based on? I have no idea. But I do have a plan for the ending. Drew goes for the Claymore, but Jinder pushes the fucking referee in front of Drew so that he gets the Claymore. But then Jinder pulls out the sword of fucking McIntyre and hits Drew with it. Maybe he kills Drew, I don't fucking care. But he uses that, capitalizes that for the win. I think McIntyre's gonna win, but god damn it. If there has to be a sword ring set that should play into something, it should not just be Drew being like, hey, sword. Maybe. I don't fucking know, man. This is such a shit build. This is the worst match on the entire fucking card that isn't Alexa and Eva Marie. However, the last 3 matches are going to be fucking bangers. The third last match on the entire card is going to be Edge taking on Seth fucking Rollins. It might be the best build match on SmackDown. It's so fucking good. This is better than Reigns and Cena by a fucking margin. This is simple. Rollins and Edge both cost each other stuff, so they're just fighting it out. Rollins is like the New Day Edge, and he has done more than Edge has, but Edge has done more in terms of his career than Seth has. It sounds complicated, but it's really simple, and that shows. This is a very anticipated match, and I'm very conflicted about who should win. Number one, Seth maybe should win because they're teasing a match against Roman later down the line, so he might need to be protected for that. But Edge has not won a match in this year that is in the Royal Rumble. That is weird because he's a legend, he should be protected. I'm conflicted about this one, but I've gone with Rollins winning because Rollins should get the momentum that leads to him challenging Reigns later down the line, because after this, who does Reigns face? Maybe it should be Rollins. We'll see about that. But in terms of the match, maybe Rollins should beat Edge 100% clean. There does not need to be any interference or distraction or anything like that. Just make this a simple match. Don't overcomplicate it like you always do, WWE. Let it be a simple match and just let Rollins win. Simple as that. Before we get into the final 2 though, I just want to say that these are not my official predictions. I will be posting a predictions video like a day before SummerSlam, so do get subscribed not to miss that. Also, SummerSlam rankings video, TakeOver 36 ranking video also coming, and as well, I will be posting the AEW Women's Division booking this week, so get subscribed. Please do, that helps out the channel a lot, and it doesn't cost you anything. Alright, second last match of the night. Sasha Banks vs Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The biggest common theme with this video, and you'll see it in the last match as well, WWE convoluted the build far more than it needed to be. Sasha Banks' return was great. It was a little convoluted. We saw a face turn and then a heel turn in the same fucking night. Made no sense, but it was good. But next week, she fucked it up somehow by literally having Carmella and Zelina Vega as her backup. Why? They're both losers. Zelina has now won a match ever since she came back, and Carmella says she deserves a third shot at the championship. That is not a thing you should be saying after you lose 2 fucking matches clean. But this match is interesting because I think Bianca will win, and I want her to win, but I think it will be more sensible with going with Sasha. Then you can set up Bianca Banks 3 later down the road. That's good. Now, would I have Bianca lose clean? Yes, because Sasha is fucking incredible, never forget that. She's really good and she can out wrestle anyone. So yes, in actuality, I would have Sasha Banks pin Bianca Belair clean. Alternatively, you can have Zelina Vega and Carmella maybe interfere on behalf of Banks maybe, but that won't be a very pay-per-view thing to do because that will be shit. I think she should win clean, but I think Bianca will retain. I hope Sasha does elevate the title further and maybe Becky should come to SmackDown. I don't know, we'll see about that, but Sasha wins in my book. And now the final match of the night, of course, is going to be the Universal Championship match between Roman Reigns and John Cena. Again, the feud is way too convoluted for what it's supposed to be. Why did Finn Balor come out and have a match immediately? That made no sense. That should have happened after SummerSlam. Why did Baron Corbin try to steal Finn Balor's contract? That didn't lead to shit. How did John Cena sign his name on a fucking contract with fucking marker or something and wrote Cena even though the contract said Balor? Makes no sense at all. Hate all of that. Even then it's a marquee match and even then I'm excited. This is the star power of John Cena. He is the final superstar of wrestling and frankly we will never get another one. I don't think Roman will become as big of a star as Cena or Dwayne or Austin. I don't think that's happening. Okay, so of course Roman wins, but would I have Roman win clean? I would, but that's not going to happen because he could not beat Edge clean. So would he be able to beat Cena clean? Maybe. In my booking though, that is going to happen. Roman Reigns out-wrestles John Cena to win the match and eventually John Cena looks up to Reigns and say, okay, you're better than me. Tries to shake his hands, but Roman puts on a guillotine choke and lays him out to end the night. At the end of the day, all three of the bloodline hold up the titles high. I think that will be fun ending to SummerSlam. This shows what a dominating figure Roman Reigns actually is. And that will do it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments. This was actually a very fun video to make and a very fun card excluding 2 matches. I think this is going to be a very good pay-per-view if they don't fuck it up and the matches are good. Can't wait for CM Punk though. That is somehow the thing I'm excited for the most. I'm not even that big of a Punk fan somehow. And even now I'm excited. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments and also be sure to follow me on Twitter at @NOW_YouTube. And get subscribed for rankings video on SummerSlam TakeOver 36 as well as how I would book for other pay-per-views, other fantasy bookings including the AEW Women's Division booking which is coming this week and the What If video coming out probably next week on what if Roman Reigns did not return to WWE in 2020. That is an interesting video. You want to get subscribed for that. Thank you again and as always, I'll see you in the next one.